Okay, so now that we've generated an NP pack of our UI library with the split bundles, now we're going to actually create a consuming app that will reference that tarball file that we created, and we're going to set it up with the webpack-bundle-analyzer so that we can run that analyzer later on and just be able to tell whether our code splitting has worked. Right, so let's get started. So let's go. Actually, we are going to go to the terminal. We're going to create our brand new app, and because it's going to be a consuming app. And this application is going to be called consuming app, but this web project is going to be called consuming app, right? And inside we are going to create an application called test howdy. Okay, through some movie magic, we were able to install or create our new web application and install the necessary packages. Let's switch over to Visual Studio Code, and this is going to be our consuming app. So using the terminal here inside of the consuming app, we're going to create an application, and we're going to call this application test howdy because we're testing the howdy UI library. Okay, so ng generate application, not a library, but in an application, test howdy. And we are setting the flags to use SCSS as a style sheet and routing equals to true. Okay, so we've created our new project, test howdy, and it's now here in our consuming app. There's end-to-end and source files. So now the next thing we need to do is we need to pull in and install the tarball that contains our split howdy UI library. So to do that, we do npm install. We go to the location of our file where we have our TGS tarball file. So we go up one level, and then we go to the split howdy project, dist, split howdy UI, and in there we have our tarball. Okay, so we hit enter. Okay, so now we have installed our split howdy UI into this consuming app. So if we take a look at the package JSON, it's going to have, there you go, split howdy UI. It's referencing the tarball file here locally in our in our computers directory. So now we can use split howdy inside of our project, inside of our test howdy project. So what we're going to do inside of the app module is we are going to do an import of just so you can see this working howdy name module and module and howdy time module. And one of the things that you will notice is that the editor is not going to provide you with too much information. It's not going to give you a quick autocomplete. Particularly how in Angular material, Clarity UI, and PrimeNG, where if you are pulling from a UI library that has been split out into bundles, you won't necessarily get auto completion or auto help from your editor, you're just gonna have to go by the documentation and pull that information in, know where to go to pull that information in. So I will show you in another video how you would go about organizing your directories and how to set up the structure for your UI library, where you will start by defining the name of your UI library and then do a hierarchy where you put a slash and then the name of the module that you want to bring in. And that will be a different module, or I'm sorry, a different tutorial, and hopefully it won't be as long, but you never know. Okay, so now that I've given that explanation, let us pull in from our Howdy UI the Howdy name module and the Howdy time module. From split Howdy, split Howdy. We're gonna go to source. We're gonna go to lib. Actually, since we're gonna be pulling them in separately, we're gonna start with Howdy name, right? And this is gonna be its own separate module because now they're not in they're all split into separate bundles. So we need to reference different import locations. Howdy time module from split Howdy UI source. Oops. Time. Boom. All right. So we then pull in those modules. So we get rid of the default content that's in our template when we first create a new Angular app. And we're just going to put a div. We're going to say, lib, Howdy name, Guillermo part 2. Lib, Howdy time. Howdy time. And now let's run our application, npm start. Okay, now that we have the application running in development mode, let's switch over to our localhost 42, and there you go. We have the Howdy name part 2 now working, along with hello today working just fine. Let's see any errors. Let me press F12. Nope. Nope, we're good. Okay, great. All right, so now what I am going to do is I'm very quickly going to show you how to go into your consuming app and install the webpack-bundle-analyzer so that you can review in your built web app what are the various different bundles that get packaged up whenever you run your ng build using the Angular CLI. So it's very simple. It's very straightforward. Let me show you how to do it. Okay, so if we go back to our consuming app, and then we have to go to a terminal. On here, we are going to install the webpack-bundle-analyzer as a dependency. The capital D indicates this is a dev dependency. We install that. Okay, so we've installed the dev dependency there for the webpack-bundle-analyzer. So in our package JSON, not the package log, package JSON. So in our package JSON, we're going to add another npm script in here called analyze. And what this is going to do, it's going to do two things. The first half of this script is going to build our web application. It's going to give us an ng build, a production version of that build, and it's going to include a stats JSON file that essentially describes what is included in that bundle. Then we're going to run webpack-bundle-analyzer, and we're going to ask it to look inside of test howdy in the distributed in the dist folder. There's going to be an ES5 JSON file with statistics information about what is inside of that bundle. And once it does that, then we'll be able to see it. Webpack-bundle-analyzer is going to create a server, and it's going to show all of the vital statistics for that. For all of the contents that are inside of that dist folder.